I'm feeling awfully unscrupulous today. Some could even say I'm acrimonious. I've played so much Overwatch over the past year to the point where I've literally caught myself dreaming of being in the game. Okay, maybe more so the fan-made cinematics of the game, but for once I refrained from being concupiscent. Now I apologize for going full flibber to gibbet this intro, but I have to make sure all the new viewers know I'm not just another restarted Overwatch player who doesn't actually know shit about the game and is just angry that they got their cheeks folded in half their last comp match. If you've played Overwatch for more than 3.5 Yocto seconds, then I guarantee that you've subconsciously railed an opinion into your mind about a specific hero. It doesn't even necessarily have to be about their gameplay itself. It could be as simple as you hating their voice or character design in general. And in this video, I'm gonna rant about my personal machinations with each and every hero. And I can assure you, no matter how publicly accepted your Overwatch main is, there's still something I despise about them. I don't have much of a vendetta with Vendetta due to her being fairly new, but I will say that the fact she has armor makes my half chub that I get from looking at her turn into a nugget chub, or in other words, a chub that doesn't work anymore, so pretty much just ED. I was never a fan of Magic from Rivals and how she constantly just penetrated my pussy with her sword, so since Vendetta's a bit of a ripoff, she stands in the same abode. Your patience and lack of care for other players create an extremely aggravating experience no matter what team you're on. The indomitable rage that courses through my veins after getting one-tapped by a widow, sitting all pretty-like on top of her impenetrable fortress 13 countries away from me, could create an explosion 6 or 7 times larger than the bomb I dropped in my toilet yesterday after I devoured 43 Dorito tacos from Taco Bell in a single sitting. The fact that you terrorists have no problem with sitting in your scope for hours on end, like you're auditioning for a position in the live-action American Sniper, means you only wish to inflict suffering on as many people as possible. You fuckers could eat a whole triple stacker Big Mac with no interruptions before you put your scope down. But hey, at least your ass is fat. They, them pronouns. JK, I just hate the fact that you fuckers peg me every time we fight. The only time I'll ever be okay with being pegged by a venture is if it's Kendalar's venture. A very skilled Tracer player is my least favorite thing to play against in the entire game. You ADHD bitches have to have a prestige master set of dopamine receptors by now. The only thing I can think of that compares to high tier Tracer gameplay in terms of overstimulation is when I watch my sweaty ass 13-year-old cousin crank 90s on me in Zone Wars. Typically when there's a Torbjorn on the enemy team, their turret is the best player, so I guess the only problem I truly have with you cuties is that you rely on a clanker to get kills for you. Which also means you're probably the type of guy to ask ChatGPT for basic hygienic instructions like how to brush your teeth. Now there's about a million different nuisances that every Symmetra player emits, but the one that gets my panties into a bunch the most is her ultimate. I'll be one cum shot away from killing the enemy tank after dumping every load I have into him for the past 5 minutes, just for you to press fucking Y and force me to be a cuck while my bullets go straight into a wall. It's even worse when I'm about to get a juicy, succulent, gorgeous 5-man high noon, and that's when you decide is the optimal Y pressing time after holding it for 3 fights. I'm too insecure to show myself and too dog shit to play Tracer, so I'll just go invisible and take advantage of my 60-round magazine and perfectly designed virus ability to absolutely decimate my opposition's backline with zero consequence. Cause I can just fucking lob a translocator across the map like I'm a Roldis Chapman. Sombra players would be the first to die in a Fallout situation, because they're all morbidly obese. Now listen, I play Soldier every now and then, but if you wholeheartedly call this man your main, you're likely a Call of Duty player. And Call of Duty has been ass for years, so just go back to shooting 100-foot tall Michael Rooker instead of flooding my comp lobbies with your incompetence. Cookie cutter boring ass character who's just a combination of every other DPS hero. The only reason she's played is because she's been the greatest hero in the game since her release, and the devs refuse to do anything about it. You're the same type of guy to use the MP5 in Modern Warfare, or the Brecci in Black Ops 3. If you even have a job, it's likely the most bland white collar shit in history, and you definitely bring grilled chicken and white rice to work every day. Also, stop wearing this dog shit skin. If I'm gonna get pussy blasted by your boring ass hero every game, at least wear something stylish. Your skin color. I'm joking. Low-key, I just don't like how cringy his players usually are. Y'all are always moaning and groaning into the mic, causing my ears to vibrate immensely with that forced, deep voice you're mumbling. Ain't no e-girl gonna wanna have e-intercourse with you, I promise. At least not one under 500 pounds. Your terroristic nature deeply disturbs me. Like, why are you so accurate with a rocket launcher as you're playing Jetpack Joyride in the stratosphere? You need a goddamn PhD as a physicist to understand the proper launch angle at which you should fire your rocket, while also having a second PhD in psychology to perfectly predict where my stupid ass is gonna walk to try and avoid it. I don't like people that are smarter than me, so you queers can take a hike. Your giant vagina. And no, that wasn't a fat joke. I just hate how everything in your kit is specifically designed to keep you alive in situations that you put yourself in, where you 100% should die. This just means you'll never learn how to play properly. What the fuck? Play properly, Jesus. As you'll get used to the game holding your hand and letting you live in these otherwise unlivable positions. Also, getting hit with an icicle across the map is more annoying than a Hanzo arrow. I don't know what it is. Your mere existence. You can just tell when you see a rat main in public because they're most likely homeless. I wanna sucker fucker pecker punch you every time I see one of y'all. You're the kid in class who picked his boogers and stuck them under the desk to save for later. And for the love of God, please stop spamming that choke. The last thing I wanna do is be slightly inconvenienced and be forced to walk 5 steps to my right and take an off angle. People who don't use my skin. Like, why wouldn't you use Kabuki? It is the only good Hanzo skin in the shop. Even though I'm a Hanzo main, low-key, I hate it when lucky headshots hit me. I understand the frustration when it happens, especially when you're playing against a good Hanzo. But guys, Widowmaker exists, you can't forget. She is who you should be advocating to get a nerf. Remember when Hanzo's one-shot got taken away and literally nobody besides maybe like fucking Argay played his ass? That's because you can't remove a sniper's one-shot or they'll literally be useless. Widow is the exception though. She should be useless. Matter of fact, just Alt F4 her files. Speaking of files, only Fentaphiles play Genji. I'm convinced every single Genji in Masters rank or higher are all Adderall addicts who shoot up before every match. Cause how the fuck do you play this man on controller? Even with 100 cents, it feels like I'm role-playing as a 93-year-old grandmother with a fractured spine trying to turn around. I guess I just hate the fact that I'll never be a good Genji player. Call it jealousy. Your alt voice line when you shoot your little bungalows or whatever the fuck they're called subconsciously bothers me every time I hear it. New Vonkada! Like, what the hell are you even blabbering about? Speak American, please. I don't like that language. Other than that, I actually like you guys because Freya low-key counters tanks that have block abilities. And oh my god, just you fucking wait till we get to those tanks. You're just a copycat little bitch, alright? Let's be honest. You're so unoriginal that you steal shit that belongs to others. I'm surprised Echo isn't black. Again, I'm just joking. I have to preface this every time I say an edgy joke because there's always at least one person who thinks I'm dead serious and hate black people. I don't. Well, nice ass though, I'll give you that. This is gonna sound hypocritical since I abused the shit out of it too, but Silver Bullet is a bullshit perk that shouldn't be in the game. Also, my apologies for the fucking Herbert the Pervert noises. I keep whistling my S's, alright? It's a speech impediment, you cannot make fun of me. Fuck. Other than Silver Bullet, you guys are actually perfect. People will bitch about every hit scan hero in the universe, but if they're not complaining about Widow, then they're likely just a plastic 5 player, so don't even take them seriously. Every time I'm playing as support, you make it your mission to penetrate me and only me with your ultimate. And also, when I play as Bastion, like I understand I'm an absolutely massive hitbox the size of Jupiter, but think of the bird. When I die, it dies too. Now you're a monster. There's a 90% chance, no, there's a 99% chance you Zim. And y'all always have egos the size of Bubba's big beautiful boner. After her recent range buffs, I've low-key started to hate her, because I'm forced to play her on any map that is mid to long ranged. She's starting to become the new Widow, where if your team's Ashe is worse than the enemy's Ashe, then you may as well just kiss your elo goodbye, cause you ain't winning. You're like the Hanzo of support, yet somehow even more annoying. I'd rather get pierced by an arrow than clamped by a clinker's balls. I feel like the past 5 or so heroes that have been added to the game all suffer from like mobility slop or something. Like, why do you need a speed ability? It's bad enough that your water ball sack does 75% of my health bar. I don't need you to turn into Michael fucking Phelps too. Isn't it crazy how Zenyatta is balanced due to him having high damage but fuck all mobility? Well, they saw Zen and said, you know what? Let's give Wu Yang Zen's damage and also let him control his projectile, while also giving him Lucio's speed. I'm sure his pick rate won't be 100% every game. I hate the simple fact that you're even in this game. This is the most dog shit support hero in any scenario, and I guarantee if you swap off Moira, your rank will instantly increase. If you're Plat 5, you're getting to Diamond 5, I promise. Stop playing this useless ginger. Now I realize this is gonna sound like a straight Plat take, but Mercy's movement is genuinely ridiculous, especially when they're on mouse, because they can just turn their DPI to max and let their arthritis give their hand an orgasm and then they're unhittable. Like, at that point you're better off just shooting a fucking wall. Also, stop girl bossing me, okay? I don't appreciate it. Now listen, I love Frogger, but he has single-handedly brain-rotted millions of Lucio players into playing like the most undeveloped, ear-breathing Neanderthals imaginable. I don't really care if I see one in quick play, but those bitches also leak into my comp matches. And half the time, they play like a Wish.com version of Frogger, where they just throw their bodies at the enemy Ashe like they're a fucking oiled-up sumo wrestler. But in reality, they're a tiny-ass pocket DPS with a somewhat okay Spotify playlist who turns into a free kill every fight. Alright, so I could be a basic little bitch and say that life grip is my least favorite thing about Weaver, but I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. I am genuinely upset every time my eyes meet Life Weaver's glorious six-pack because I start questioning my preference of holes. Like, bro, if you can grip my whole body and pull me 100 feet towards you, what else can you grip? Speaking of grip, remember when I made that gripper tier list? Well, KIRIKO was on the thumbnail there for a certain reason that I'm sure is obvious. Not because her grippers are hot, but because she's hot. Every time I see this woman, I'm forced to face the reality that I'll never be able to mince meats with her. Also, she's incredibly busted and is picked like pretty much every game. So yeah, there we go. Boom. Thumbnail complete. When I play support, I'm a Juno main, so I gotta take it easy on y'all. However, your homing testicle things are slightly aggravating. Not enough to hate you, but enough to make note of. Other than that, I'd consider you a perfect hero. You're by far the most fun / most balanced Overwatch 2 hero, and you're single-handedly the reason I started playing support. Nuclear explosion. You can't convince me Iari isn't just a DPS that Blizzard accidentally placed in the support category, cause her main heals are straight dookie ass. Without her turret, she'd genuinely be more useless than Moira. Her ult is the only reason she ever gets value. I promise you are not a tank, little bro. Stop frontlining into the enemy DPS. Your shield only has like 3 health. Once that's gone, you disappear faster than my father after I was born. And please, for the love of the Lord, hit your whip shots. It is quite literally your only job, bro. Zimming virgins who live, breathe, and eat Overwatch. Plug in a controller and you're more useless than my unborn son who's swimming in my nutsack as we speak. Ana's my second main, and I also think she's one of the more balanced supports. The only gripe I have is when you force me to sleep with you. Like, bro, you know what that is, right? It's called rape. These heroes all pretty much do the same thing with minor differences, so I'm just gonna plow through them real quick. Doomfist mains, the most aggressive fuckers on the planet who abuse their little block button when they inevitably make a mistake that should cost them their lives. But since he has that pretty little block button, he instead gets to thunderfuck me into the wall due to my retarded lobotomite teammates using 100% of their brain power to give this man a 5-star delivery charge punch with express shipping. My team's aim goes from Moist Talent 5 to Champion 1 as soon as the enemy Doom starts blocking. Hazard is what you get when your game's dev team snorts black tar heroin instead of playing their own game, cause that's the only reason he should have a Doomfist block that also fires homing projectiles at you. Ramatro's a less annoying version of the previous 2 heroes because of all the different things he has in his kit, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that he has an infinite block ability that reduces his damage taken by 75%. I mean, sure, you can just give him backshots to negate the reduction of damage, but in case you forgot, he can still get healed during this process and start finger fisting you at any time he pleases. Now we've all had a moment of intense self-reflection as we launch our ultimate straight into D.Va's defense matrix, but believe it or not, that's not even the thing that pisses me off the most about her. My least favorite thing in history is when I'm playing as Juno, for example, and I demech D.Va, then for no reason at all my team just goes, he's got this shit, it's just a baby D.Va, unaware that my aim immediately loses 9 skill points due to the nerves of trying to hit this twink of a character. And then I get shitted on because her little pistol shoots literal kryptonite for who knows what reason. Also, it doesn't help that I'm fighting back a boner the whole exchange. Orisa is pretty much just an indestructible warlord with all the negation abilities she has. Cause what do you mean she has an ability that blocks 50% of damage for free every 15 or so seconds? And not only that, she also has a spear that she can twirl around and eat your ultimate that she then uses to sound you with against your will. Peak character design, guys. I love Overwatch 2's design model of 4 coughing babies and 1 atom bomb versus 4 coughing babies and 1 atom bomb. Now I know the purpose of most heroes is to hold right trigger and just shoot, but this is quite all Zarya does. The only other thing she can do is put an immortal bubble around her and exponentially increase her damage, cause similar to Doom Block, my teammates get a hard on and make it their mission to shoot her bubble. Sigma's the least egregious of this little speedrun round because his block is just kinda ass. For some reason, the AI that's been implanted in my teammates hasn't evolved enough to hard focus Sigma whenever he blocks like it has the previous tanks. I've also noticed that whenever Sigma dies, it's usually during his block for whatever reason. The most mobile character in the game who also has the most health of any tank hero in the game. If you're playing against a ball with an IQ of 40 or above and your tank doesn't peel, then you're likely being sent to the gulag every time you step out of spawn. Unironically the best designed tank in the game. He can be very oppressive in certain comps, but he's also easily countered. It's rare that you play against a Winston the entire match, because there's so many heroes that can shut him down. I don't really hate anything about you, other than the fact that you hard counter the majority of my mains. You already know I don't hate anything about Bubba himself. So let's do something different. Why don't you cuties tell me your favorite thing about Bubba in the comment section? And whoever writes me the best Bubba poem gets pinned. Not against a wall this time, but you get pinned in the comments. I want to see some astute poetry. Rein is my favorite hero to play against simply due to how you're forced to play when you have him on your team. It actually feels like a team game when everyone's huddling behind his shield. I guess the only gripe I have is his plus-size charge hitbox that more often than not sucks me into him and gives him the kill. But I'll take those cheap deaths, so long as I don't gotta go through the torture that is another Orisa match. If Rein is my favorite tank, then Mauga's the Hitler of tanks. Nobody likes playing into a Mauga. Every death feels cheap due to his burn damage, and every kill feels dissatisfying because it takes 50 minutes just to put him down. The nipples do go crazy though. I began to hate the Queen more and more as time has gone on, because why is it that every JQ I face is a tomahawk god who hits every knife throw no matter the distance? Maybe I'm just an absolute shittermite, but my god is it annoying to get knifed and then slashed over and over. But once again, beautiful rack. And there you have it, cuties. Don't take this video too seriously, I really don't care who you main. I just felt like bitching and moaning for a bit. This video is heavily inspired by Raiders tier list, and with that said, I thank you for watching, Schnookies, and I'll see y'all later.